Hello everyone, this is Matt and I'm here with Louise.
Hi.
Who has been playing Zombie Army 4 Dead War, which is a really nice title to say.
Yeah.
Is it a nice title to play?
I mean,
Louise?
it's right up my dismembered limb-strewn street, to be honest.
What a lovely image.
Well,
that
you're
is.
already looking at lovely images, so we may as well accompany it by lovely dialogue, Matt. So basically, this is from Rebellion. It's for up to 4 players. It's very much a kind of Left 4 Dead goes to alternate Nazi zombie Germany, if that can be a genre. Let's make that a genre, because that's definitely what this is. So basically, it was quite fun. I played as Carl from Sniper Elite, who you might remember as sounding very gruff and rugged with his sniper rifle. But I teamed up with 3 different people and we played quite a bit of the campaign actually. We played 2 really, really big levels. As I said before, it is really, really good with 3 other people, because the zombies here, unlike maybe Strange Brigade, where the mummies kind of shambled along, and there was a few of them, which was nice. Nazi Zombie Army 4's zombies constantly come at you. They are relentless. There are hundreds of them. Like, I cannot tell you, Matt, how many times I was in a lab doing something very important. I think I was infusing a core with the power of the arcane. Don't quote me, but I think that's what I was doing.
That sounds about right.
Yeah, infusing the core with the power of that should be someone's Twitter bio, surely. But there were zombies because obviously zombies don't use stairs, Matt. Zombies just don't use stairs. They just jump off the top level and they just pile off. So basically you're standing there and it's raining zombies and they're hitting the floor, and kind of that's not killing them because they're the undead. So they're sort of staggering up and you're taking them down. And that sounds like it might be easy. It's really, really not. The fact that it's so difficult is actually a really fun thing, because it would be easy just to kind of mow some zombies down, run around, do some things. But the Rebellion have really made this choice of, there are many of the undead, they just keep coming and you're going to need to take them down in the goriest ways possible, with as many headshots as possible. And also, what's really fun is that you can stomp them when they're on the ground. So if you manage to take them down, you just kind of stomp on their heads and they kind of explode. So it's the biggest, silliest B-movie feel in that way. You know, there's arcane things, you're imbuing with powers of things. This is not Sniper Elite. While it still has the gunplay, you know, the good sniper rifles and the excellent machine guns of Sniper Elite, it's very, very silly. It has, you know, the intro sequence to each section has like a B-movie actual poster to show what you're going into. Your tongue is so far in cheek that it might actually be coming out the other side. And in the middle of this, they just keep coming, Matt. They just keep coming. And I think what's really cool is that there are multiple different types of zombies. So while you're your average rotting shuffler, you know, yes, I've seen you before a million times, there are armoured zombies that have they look kind of like they've got giant buckets on their heads that you need to shoot off, and I think they're called giants. They're fun because they actually require some accuracy, as opposed to that stuff where you're just kind of littering and spraying bullets everywhere. And then there's these kind of Resident Evil style creeper type things, which are on all 4s, which kind of scuttle along the ground. So while it's mostly not exactly scary, creepers coming in are definitely quite intimidating. And there was this really cool bit that we played almost near, I think it was towards the end of the bit of the campaign that we played, and we're in this tiny room and there was this long corridor and all the zombies were coming up the corridor and there were pipes and there was this kind of atmospheric smoke coming, and it suddenly felt like you were playing the biggest, silliest zombie B-movie as your fellow people in the campaign are just like, yeah, I got that guy, and then this, and then you're exploding the smoke that's coming out of pipes. And yeah, it's very big. It's very, very silly, but I had an awful lot of fun with it. Oh, and what's really cool, and yeah, I don't want you to speak, Matt, it's fine. I'm just going to keep talking.
You just keep going.
I'll just keep talking.
That you had quite a lot of fun.
I did have a lot of fun with it. I mean, I've definitely not had an entire can of Iron Brew Extra. Other drinks are available. But what I thought was quite cool as well was, with the types of enemies you take down, there was this enormous armoured, proper shooter type, and you can actually just steal their weapons. So once they die, you can pick up their guns, and it comes with some other kind of pithy one-liner, sort of that's more like it or something like that when you pick it up.
Everything with a one-liner.
Of course, there's so many one-liners. It's all pithy one-liners.
Now we're talking.
So we played the campaign, and we also played a bit of the Horde mode, which, as you might expect...
It all sounds like a horde mode.
Yeah, it does.
Could it get any more hordy?
I mean, the
Let's
campaign.
find out.
The campaign is pretty hordy, but the horde mode itself is just sort of endless waves, which is really good fun. You start off with maybe a sniper rifle, and then you end up with other pieces of weaponry, and I don't know. I think it lends itself really well to not just these big sprawling sort of campaign levels in labs or in giant places with tanks. I saw a tank at one point that all these Nazi zombies piled out of, and inside it looked like a rib cage, which was weird. It was kind of juicy inside and kind of.
That's gross.
Yeah, it's really gross. I mean, it's all really gross. But while it does lend itself quite well to these big sort of sprawling things and moving MacGuffins from A to B and waiting for things to reset while you have to take down lots of things, I think it does lend itself quite well to a horde mode in the fact that suddenly when you're in a much more enclosed environment, there's the same relentlessness and you've got the same juicy weaponry, that it all works really quite crunchily well together, and it's quite desperate and it's quite scrappy, but you do feel very cool when you're playing it. So get some friends.
That's all you want, right?
To save the
there
world.
are other games to serve you if you want deep, nuanced story. But if you just want to stamp on a few heads and shoot some zombies.
If you want to cover your screen in be negative or be positive, whatever you're doing, you could always be positive about it. But this is definitely the game to play.
We're talking about blood here.
Yes,
right?
blood types, Matt. So I had a lot of fun with it. I had smashy, takedowny, combo-inducing, crunchy, bullet-y fun. Yes.
There's your box quote.
That's the one. Stick that on the poster.
Smashy, juicy, crunchy.
Anytime.
All the ease.
Yeah. It's just not terribly. It wouldn't go on a chocolate bar. It would only work for something like this.
And how long, Louise, are we going to have to wait?
Not long at all. It's out on February the 4th on PC and consoles. I can't wait.
Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed, Louise. And if you've got any questions, please do pop them in the comments below. And remember to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel and ring the bell of awakening. That's what we call it here. So you know when our next video lands.